Good morning students. My name is Hema Mishra. I will teach you English. In present scenario, English plays a vital role in our life. It is a demand of higher education and success. So let's start our study with full enthusiasm and energy. I am going to start the second chapter of the textbook Behind. The name of the chapter is The Sound of Music. This chapter is divided into two parts. The first part of the chapter is about Evelyn Glennie and the second part of the chapter is about Bismillah Khan. This chapter is written by Deborah Cowley. Deborah Cowley is a freelance writer and broadcaster. She grew up in Toronto, graduated from the University of Western Ontario and moved to Ottawa to work for the Unitarian Service Committee. She is also the author of Cairo, a practical guide, and co-author of One Woman's Journey, a portrait of Pauline Vanier. Children, do you know what is music? Music is a form of art and expression of emotions through harmonic frequencies. Most music includes people singing with their voices or playing musical instruments such as piano, guitar, drum, etc. Music is basically an art of sound which is made by harmony, rhythm and melody. Music is something that expresses emotions and ideas. Or you can say that music is an art that combines instrumental and vocal sounds in such a way that it creates a composition. Now I am going to start the first part of the chapter, which is about Evelyn Glennie. I am going to tell you about the main protagonist of the chapter. The main protagonist of the chapter is Evelyn Glennie, whose real name is Dom Evelyn Elizabeth Ann Glennie. She was born on 19th July 1965. She is a Scottish virtuoso multi-percussionist who performs internationally with wide variety of orchestra and contemporary musicians. She was born in Scotland. She has received many awards including Polar Music Prize in 2015, Best Classical Instrumental Solo in Grammy Awards of 2014 and Best Chamber Music Performance in Grammy Awards of 1989 and many more prestigious awards. Many documentaries have been made on her life. She has even acted as herself in one of the documentaries titled Touch the Sound. But you will be shocked to know that Evelyn has been profoundly deaf since age of 12, having started to lose her hearing from age of 8. But this did not inhibit her ability to perform at an international level. Evelyn contends that deafness is largely misunderstood by people. She explains that she taught herself to hear with parts of her body other than her ears. Evelyn has produced many hit songs and albums including Michi, A Little Prayer, Black Key Study and many other songs. Now I am going to give you a quick introduction of the chapter. When one is determined about something and works passionately about achieving it, nothing can stop him from turning dreams into beautiful reality. This dictum holds true about this chapter, which talks about the grit and perseverance of individuals who make it big despite their humble origins. This story is an account of Evelyn Glennie, the protagonist who fought against a physical disability of hearing impairment and made her life a success story. I am going to tell you the summary of the chapter. Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual. Her mother noticed it when Evelyn was 8 years old. Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. Her name was called, but she didn't move. Then the mother thought that something was wrong with Evelyn. For quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers. By the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated. Her headmistress urged the parents to take her to a specialist. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. One day, Evelyn noticed a girl playing a xylophone. She wanted to play it too. Most of the teachers discouraged her, but percussionist Ron Forbes spotted her potential. He began by tuning two large drums to different notes. He advised her to sense it through other parts of the body. Suddenly, she realized that she was able to feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down. Forbes repeated the exercise. Evelyn soon discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body. She had learned to open her mind and body to sounds and vibrations. Evelyn, the Scottish girl, toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra. By the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. She went to the Royal Academy of Music for audition in London, though she was profoundly deaf. A slight girl, looking younger than her age, 17 years, was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibrations of the approaching train on the underground train platform. In audition test, she scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performances. She became world's most sought after multi-percussionist with the mastery of some 1,000 instruments. Evelyn speaks flawlessly with Scottish slang. She managed to learn French. She mastered basic Japanese. Music used to pour in through every part of her body. It tingled in the skin, cheekbones and hair. The sound of the xylophone passed up the stick into her fingertips. By leaning against the drums, she could feel the resonances flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, the vibrations passed through her bare feet and up her legs. She was workaholic. She gave the free concerts in prisons and hospitals. She gave much priority to classes for young musicians. In 1991, Evelyn was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year Award, and Rachel of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children said that she was a shining inspiration for deaf children. James Blades, master percussionist, said that she expressed music beautifully. Now we can see that Evelyn was such an inspiring personality for all of us. Another case which is very similar to that of Evelyn is of great German music composer Ludwig van Beethoven. Some of you children might have heard about him somewhere. His music compositions are still very popular even after 200 years of his death. His compositions are very often played as background music in lifts and restaurants. He is often regarded as the greatest music composer of all time. But the irony of the life is that Beethoven was not able to listen even his own masterpieces. Yes, you heard that right. Beethoven was deaf just like Evelyn. Still, they both did not give up and gave our generation so many masterpieces. The life of both Beethoven and Evelyn comes as a source of inspiration for all of us. There are some difficult words in the chapter, so I am going to tell you the meaning of these difficult words. Jostle, it means push roughly. Slide, it means small and thin. Vibrations, it means resonances. Daunting, it means frightening. Aspiring musician, It means a person who wants to be a musician. Conceal. It means hide. Deteriorated. It means worsen. Impair. It means weakened or damaged. Xylophone. It means a musical instrument with a row of wooden bars of different lengths. Percussionist. A person who plays drum, tabla, etc. Potential. It means quality or ability that can be developed. Notes. It means pitch and duration of sounds. Sheer. It means only. Orchestra. It means a large group of musicians who play on a variety of instruments together. Audition. It means give a short performance so that the director could decide whether she was good enough. Solo performances. A musical composition for a single voice or instrument. Active. It means very busy and fast. Intriguing. It means fascinating and curious. Flawlessly. It means without a fault. Lilt. It means way of speaking. Tingles. It means causing a slight pricking or stinging sensation. Resonances. It means echoes of sounds. Audience. It means listeners. Extraordinary. It means highly unusual. Workaholic. It means a person who works hard and for long hours. Priority. It means great importance. Prestigious. It means reputed. Profoundly. It means seriously. Give up. It means lose heart. Pursue. It means to continue. Tour. It means visited. Schedule. It means timetable. Leaning. It means stooping. Delights. It means pleases. Confesses. It means accepts. Enormous. It means huge. Concerts. It means music shows. Accomplished. It means completed. So, the moral of the lesson is, those who do learn to overcome hardships certainly achieve the highest goals, and there is always a way out of the challenges of life. So students, I hope you enjoyed today's class and understood the chapter to the fullest. See you again in the next class. Thank you.